seekers, and welcome to Lucas County, OhioMeansJobs, Jobs in the 419. Well, our last podcast, I had promised you that we were going to have a few guest speakers today, and we're going to be talking about some very important topics that I think you might want to get some pen and paper so you can take some notes. So with me today, I have invited our partner, LISC, and this is, you're probably saying, what's LISC, right? Well, I'm going to start with explaining that. It's a local initiative support corporation. And with me today, we have Sarah Dosticker, and she is an assistant program officer, and Selena Coley, who's also an assistant program officer. Very important jobs that they have there. And they're going to highlight for us today a little bit more about what they do. And Selena is going to be leading us into what we're going to need to be doing for the tax season coming up here. So I would like to start with Sarah by introducing you and having a little bit more dialogue about LISC and some of your services and programs.
Sure. Well, thank you for having us on. We're excited to talk about LISC and our different programs that we have. So, Local Initiative Support Corporation, or LISC, we have a national footprint, but we also have a local footprint here in Toledo. Mm-hmm. We've been around in Toledo for about 30 years.
Yeah.
We have a couple of different programs. We have our Financial Opportunity Centers. That's a program that I oversee. We have programs focused on home repair, home stability. We have our ECDEV program. We also have small business and small business financing as well. So we kind of cover a good range of community development areas. And we've been blessed to have partners like yourself who've been in Toledo and have been able to kind of work with us, and we work with them to access hard to access dollars. So that's really where we come in, is we're an intermediary, and we are able to tap into some dollars, both national and from our office, and we're able to work with community partners who have, strong ties within the community, and we're able to help fund them and also provide them this capacity building that they need so they can really flourish and we can help serve Toledoans.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, we have quite a few partners here at the American Job Center, and I do know that there are some initiatives for training that your organization is even funding, right? So maybe you might want to share with our viewers who those organizations might be and what type of maybe in-demand training is being provided?
Yeah. So we have 4 different financial opportunity centers. They're located all across Toledo. We have a coach here located at the shared campus building. So our 4 different partners are NeighborWorks Toledo Region. That's located on the east side of Toledo on 2nd Street. Lucas Metropolitan Housing is another one of our partners. It's the second housing authority in the nation to have an FOC. So they're located in downtown, but obviously their coaches will be accessible at any of their housing authority complexes. And also Pathway, located in the Hamilton building, located in the Junction neighborhood. They're another one of our partners. They're also a partner over here at OMJ, as well as ProMedica eBide Center. So they're our 4th FOC partner. And
wow.
we have a good footprint around the area.
Well, when you talk about LMH, I was talking to Miss Bishop, and she was talking about the number of different asset management companies that I shouldn't say companies, properties, let's say, around the area, and I thought, wow, that's a lot of FOCs.
Yeah. Well, they have 4 coaches, but their coaches are able to go to any of their sites.
Okay.
Right. So our coaches, their big thing is we want to make sure that we meet residents where they're at. So obviously we would love them to come to the different offices of our FOCs, but we can also schedule, especially with LMH, at their different asset properties, or even they can come over here to OMJ. They can schedule through our FOC. So all the information about our FOCs are on our LISC Toledo website, and they can access each of the 4 different FOCs, and they can contact them directly to schedule appointments.
So if we had to just do a bullet point of what types of things our job seekers or our viewers can anticipate, what are some of the breakdown of the services that are offered through the FOC?
So we focus on, it really depends on what our job seekers want. So if they want to come in, work on resume building, we can work on that. If they want to work on upskilling, we can help them with that. We have digital skilling libraries that we have access to. So if you're looking to improve, how do you write an email? How do you even start a computer, right, to begin the job seeking process? Our coaches will work with the clients on that. How do you look at different job boards? So we'll work with OMJ, but our coaches are also able to do that as well, kind of work in partnership to give folks that access. We also have a couple different initiatives with providing through our ProMedica FOC, if anyone wants to go into the healthcare industry. So if they're curious about phlebotomy or STNA. So first we have a STNA, we call it Bridges to Careers program.
Okay.
And so you can apply through ProMedica's eBite Center, their FOC, if you're interested in STNA. And then you'd have to submit an application, go through that process if you're wanting to kind of get your foot within the healthcare industry. So that's one of the in-demand careers. And so you can work with them on that. And there's all other different opportunities. So we're looking at different ways or different services or different careers too that are in demand, and we're always looking at how we can partner with different organizations.
Okay. So, usually when we are doing an orientation, if we're talking about the FOC, we're highlighting things, especially from the financial aspect of things. We're talking about the career coaching, not the career coaching as much as maybe the financial coaching, let's say, or the credit repair. Or we're looking at, first-time home buying, and then how to put your budget together so that you can save. So are there any other things that line up with that people can think about?
Well, I think, let me step back for a little bit to kind of round out what is the FOC, just to kind of give people an idea about financial coaching. So our financial coaches, they're called financial coaches, but they, focus on financial counseling, which you mentioned, employment counseling, and also income supports. And so we've decided, our team has looked at it, researched it, we work with the Ann Casey Foundation, that all three different services in tandem will help you be able to get onto the path of financial stability. And so when it comes to financial coaching, a lot of people come to us for that piece, which you mentioned. We focus on credit repair. So we pull your credit score and we look at it, like what's on your credit report and how can we help get you to a place where you need to, if you want to, get a car, get a home, how can we help you to build your credit? So we have a couple different credit building opportunities through our FOCs. But in addition, we do a lot of budgeting, right? What are the basics of budgeting? How do you, balance your bank account? How do you look at your bank account statement, your credit report, or your credit card statement, and how do you create a budget that's sustainable for you and your family? So we do a lot of that as well.
Well, what I like about the FOCs, and I'm just putting it out there, is relationship building. Relationship building is a very important part of the process. I mean, you can go on watch TV and see all these different apps that are out there to try to correct your financial situation, but there's nothing more important than having a relationship. And so this way, you can have this trusted conversation, and you're able to share, maybe some of your issues that you've had in the past, maybe some of your aspirations and dreams of the future, and then have someone there to help support you through the process. So that is what an app may not be able to do for you.
100%. And our coaches, I love that you're like a FOC ambassador because that relationship building is so crucial. I always tell people our coaches have seen everything, and talking about finances, it's not easy. Opening up about your financial situation is not easy, but our coaches have seen everything, right? And they're not there to judge, they're there to help you, right? To your point, we're here to build a relationship, but also another thing that an app can't do, that a human can do, is figure out where you're at, and they're able to bundle the different services together too. So they'll know your story, they'll be able to help you. And really, our clients have the tools to do everything they need, but working with someone who's able to kind of help organize their thoughts. Like they'll come in, they'll have a smorgasbord of what's going on in their life, and our coaches are able then to kind of take that in and then kind of systemize it. All right, here's task 1, 2, and 3, and here's what you need to do. So our clients, it's not that our clients don't have the means to do it, but sometimes it's difficult to kind of organize what you need to do when there's a lot going on, right? If you have childcare, schooling yourself, your kids are in school, or even if you're single or whatnot, whatever your situation may be, sometimes it's difficult to organize the different priorities if you don't know what's the right step to take. And so our coaches will give clients different options. Here's what you can take, right? And so the goal is not to tell our clients what to do, but empower our clients to kind of decide, what path do I want to take? And the clients will lead the meetings. Really, it's them leading the meetings and coming in and saying, hey, I want to focus on credit repair. I want to focus on X, Y, and Z. And really it kind of ties in perfect with the tax prep services, because once you complete your taxes and you get that tax refund, how are you going to spend it, right? Do you want to go spend it on a brand new car, put a down payment there, a brand new iPhone? You can, but maybe there's other places, right? And so it's not, we don't tell them what to do, but here are the options and how we can build better money saving habits.
So we have a no judgment zone here with the FOCs. So put any embarrassment that you might have about your situation aside and make an appointment. Go on their website. You want to tell them what the website is?
I can give you guys the website in just a second.
Okay.
And also I want to mention that all our services are 100% free. So we will not charge clients a single penny. Everything is 100% completely free, and everything is confidential as well. So everything that our clients share with the coaches is between the two of them. So LISC.org/Toledo.
Okay. Now, you brought up a good point. We might have a little bit of money that we can put towards a good cause after we complete our taxes. So, Selena, I'm sure this is your favorite time of year.
Oh, it is.
So if you want to fill us in on the process and how people can go about establishing a relationship to get the taxes done, and then maybe continue with the relationship afterwards.
Yeah. Well, LISC, we've been doing the VITA program since 2016. So we inherited it from United Way, and it's been a really good partnership. United Way and 211, they help do the scheduling for us, whereas our FOCs and other local community partners host the tax sites. And so our actual tax season will kick off the first week in February, and we go all the way through to April 15th. How people can get involved: if you earned $69,000 or less for 2025, you're eligible for the VITA program. We assist those with English as a second language, those with disabilities. You call 211. You have to have an appointment. If you are not able to schedule through 211, this year we have a new way people can schedule, self-schedule. So they can go online this year and also select an appointment. Because last year, unfortunately, with the high volume, people were waiting on, hold for almost 2 hours. And, we didn't want that. 211 didn't want that, but the demand is so high. So that's why we worked hard to now have an online system that people can go and schedule as well.
I'm impressed. I am. I think that's great.
So
then they can, now what about, I know it's, self-scheduling, but do you have like evening appointments for people who are working and things of this nature?
So they can do Super Saturdays are probably the best for someone who needs to do something after 5, because all of our sites, they are pretty much 9 to 5, but the Super Saturdays are special days, Super Refund Saturdays, and those will operate every other Saturday starting the first week, so February 7th at Mott Branch Library. And it'll go every other Saturday. We also have on board the University of Toledo Tax Clinic. So they came on last season, and they're going to come back on this season. They're just doing 3 Saturdays, but hey, at least they're doing it. Their students are going to be helping to do tax returns, and they're going to be on site at their College of Accounting. And so all that information as well is located online.
Sounds like you have a small village here to help you out.
Oh, I've been working tirelessly all year. And some people say during the tax season, the full season is very hectic. But even after that, the feedback, right? The follow-up, what could we do to improve? How can we reach more individuals that need this service? Trying to look for interpretation services as well. We do have a partnership with UT. One of the professors there is willing to assist with interpretation services with his students. So as people are scheduling, when they call 211, and there will be also a way to request interpreter through the online option, then that will get communicated to me, and then that way I can reach out to see if I can get someone to assist during that tax appointment.
Well, it sounds like you guys thought of everything. I mean, like making it as
Trying.
easy as possible, right? Sometimes people don't even want to do taxes, but it
No.
sounds like with your system, it's going to be easy peasy.
Yes, we try to make it as seamless as possible. You know, it's real important when people come to one of our LISC Toledo VITA sites that they feel welcomed and that they know that they're going to get the best service that they can get with us. And I try to really train my volunteers to understand that we're not going to know everything, and that's okay because we're not tax professionals, but we have a lot of resources at our fingertips. So we have the IRS support that we can call if we're doing a tax return with the individual and we're stumped. We have the support. We can call them and they'll help us through that. We have all the literature that we need, and then also we rely on each other. So it's a very nice family-oriented approach, I would say, when people come to a LISC Toledo VITA site.
Well, please pay attention. There's going to be a flyer that's going to be coming across the screen that you'll be able to see so that you can make a connection with getting this opportunity to have your taxes filed through LISC. And also what I wanted to mention here is that this is an opportunity for you to reevaluate. I mean, when we talked about New Year's resolutions a few podcasts ago, just before we turned the corner for the new year, think of your finances as the same as a New Year's resolution because you want to be able to get things in check. And every time I've seen people come out of offices with FOC support people, their staff, they've always had a smile on their face. So just when you think it's a difficult thing to work through, somebody will be there to help you and make it a little bit more easier to have that conversation.
Yeah.
So I want to thank our guests today for joining us, and we're looking forward to maybe learning more after tax season to see how things went and how many people you served. And
Yeah, absolutely.
it'd be interesting to see how many dollars are generated to push
Right.
back into our community as part of the refund process.
Yes, last year we did over 1.6 million in refunds, and we helped 1,600. So shooting for more. I did want to mention if individuals are not able to make an appointment, that is okay because we have the service of drop off. So you can come to Mott Branch Library when we're doing our VITA Day, and you could drop off your tax forms. Now, you still have to make sure you have your photo IDs, social security cards, all your tax documents, because then we'll hold on to that, work on them, call you back when they're ready. And then we also have Jones Leadership Academy of Business. They are going to be doing a drop off. So they are going to be starting in February the 16th. All the way through April. Individuals can come to the school Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 2 to drop off their forms. And the students who have been certified, because everybody goes through training too, so those who have passed their training will work on the tax return. Their teacher will then make sure everything is good to go, submit it, and will call you once your return is ready. So those will be the drop-off options.
Wow. That's just another check on the box there. It was really great to know you've got all these services available for our viewing audience and our community, and we really appreciate everything that you're doing to help people be financially stable and secure. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I really appreciate having Selena and Sarah come on today from LISC and talk about the benefits that they offer through their financial opportunity centers. I mean, that was a lot of information, but I want to make sure that people understand that what's really a unique feature about their services is that it is about building a relationship. And what more can you ask for than to have someone that you can actually sit down with and feel comfortable and having sometimes one of the hardest discussions that you might have to have. So I really think that if you're thinking about the tax portion of this, because let's face it, taxes will due be April the 15th. You want to get all your documents together and also fill out that potential schedule she talked about so you can schedule an opportunity to have those taxes done. but it's important to know what the next step after that will be. So today I wanted you to walk away with, seeing a couple familiar faces, learning about all those different opportunities that exist throughout our community with LISC, and see how that can fit into 2026 for you and your family. So I really think that it's something great to take advantage of. Now, as normal, we want to talk a little bit about our hot tip for the month here. And this is something that I really think is critical. We mentioned it just a few minutes ago. It's about relationships. Networking is a critical aspect to the job search. And you might want to, sit down a few minutes and maybe make a list of people that you know, people that are currently employed, where they're employed, and start having these conversations to start building what we call a human capital network, okay? It's important to have some of these relationships because they may be able to open up other doors for you, especially if you're finding it difficult to just making an application and you're not hearing anything back. Yes, you can also build a network on LinkedIn. This is something that, we can assist you here with at OhioMeansJobs. But there's also the relationships that you have within your own family or your community, perhaps school, church, different organizations you may belong to that you're going to want to capitalize on. So I would, take the few minutes to sit down and start writing down some of these names and highlighting how you know the person and what they're related to as far as a job or perhaps education, things of this nature, that you can start building that network. And you may be pleasantly surprised to see how big it really is, and then maybe how to start engaging in conversation with people. This way you can give them your 5-minute elevator speech to show them that this is who you are, this is what you're looking for, and hopefully they can, get you to meet some other people that might be able to open some doors for you in your next employment endeavor. So I wanted to highlight that today. And then also, as usual, we have our hot jobs list, and this is a pretty extensive list. So I want you to take a few minutes. I'm going to have an introduction into how to navigate the hot job list. So please pay attention so that you'll see how you too can tap into these hot jobs.
To check out the latest hot jobs, go to OhioMeansJobs Lucas County website. Start by typing OMJLC.com. Once the home page opens, look towards the top menu, click on Job Seekers, scroll down, click on the Hot Jobs list. Here you'll find a regularly updated list of in-demand opportunities from local employers, complete with job titles, the company, expiration date, and job ID number to apply. Our team updates this list frequently, so you always have access to the most current opportunities. Once you find a job you are interested in, highlight the job number, copy it by right-clicking on your mouse or write it down. Then arrow back to the home page. Right-click on your mouse and paste the job ID number into the search bar or type the number in. Click enter and browse through the job. You can even apply for the job right here. That's it. Quick and simple. Visit the hot jobs list anytime to take the next step in your career.
I also wanted to bring to your attention the list that we have for our workshops. We put it on our calendar, which comes out at the beginning of every month. But today, I wanted to highlight for you first that we are going to be over at the Reynolds Branch Library, and we'll be there from 10 to 2. Tankia Butts will be over there, and she'll be available to sit with you and to, give you a little bit of information about the hot job list, as well as some other workshops and things that might be present. We want to also mention that on Tuesdays we do resume writing, And on Wednesday, soft skills, or maybe we want to call them power skills, or superpower skills, actually. And then on Thursday, we will do interview preparation. So all of those start at 10:30. You can join us virtually, or you may be able to just walk into the center and participate. So take advantage of these activities that we have available, and hopefully you're going to be able to land your new experience, your new opportunity with an employer this year. And we'd really like for you to share that with us. I mean, if you want to give us a call or you want to email me at dwight@harbor.org, I'd appreciate hearing from you. And that way we can share your experiences and successes with others. Perhaps you might even want to be on our podcast. So thank you for joining us today. And again, make sure you schedule that appointment for your taxes. It's a very important time of year, and you want to be the first to get that scheduled. So thank you very much. Have a great week, and happy job hunting.